Hello guys, this is pro-Rthro again. If you guys can't tell already, my avatar doesn't even show up, and it's because the dynamic version of the commando face, which was forced upon me, has gotten struck down. And that is not the only thing that got struck down too. You got someone showing that green wistful wink somehow got struck down, at least the dynamic version of it. And then we got Goofball, as well as Crimson Laser Vision and Emerald Ambassador as a few more of those examples. And then you get this face as well. That makes a surprise expression. That got struck down. Then Extreme, and then Shubs, the outfit, got struck. So it's not only affecting, dynamic versions of classic faces, but it's also like affecting outfits apparently as well. Which is just insane. Like, they rushed this out, and then they have some of the dynamic heads struck down, which is just nuts, truly. Just like it's crazy that the diamond head got straight up butchered alive, cut in half essentially, and got forced to look like a cone that got knocked down in a construction zone. I mean, look at this and tell me that's a diamond head, and I will just stare at you like you have lost your marbles, because it is no longer the diamond head at this point. It's now a cone head that is sideways again, because it doesn't have that diamond shape anymore. Because Roblox is so up somewhere to the point that they don't care, really. And that's the worst part about it, I think. And while this is all going on, Roblox has also snuck in the auto detection of hats that are considered to be full mask, which cover the face, to cost an extra 20 Robux. Which, yeah, they're just trying to rob you blind at this point. Like, oh, it's just 20 Robux? Like, okay, that's gonna add up pretty freaking quickly. Especially considering there's 100 million active users, All they want is money, and it just shows. Biblical amounts of greed on full display with all of these updates. And all of these greedy updates add up. The price for clothing, the price for UGC items, and now this. The price for full masks and even bodysuits, which I haven't even brought up in this video yet. And while this is all going on as well, apparently they're also starting to update dynamic heads to keep the same expression R6, which they should have done this before the release. If they're just so hellbent on having hyper-realistic, faces with expression and movement anyway. They should have just straight up did this before the release. So people won't be angry to the point that they would have to sue the crap out of Roblox, because they are technically different items. Different asset ID, and different look as well, so yeah, take that for what you will. It's just absurd how bad things have actually gotten within Roblox, to the point that lawsuits are a possibility now. Like, my goodness. And there's a strong enough argument for such a thing too, other than the crap I just said earlier. And now, folks, Roblox has posted, some kind of post about some child and his father apparently making a game together that's not even shown on video, which is just, funny, but whatever. With this person saying no kid nor parent is using these frick A-word avatars, to put it nicely, because who is gonna use this? Who? Like, every time I join a Roblox, I do not see either of those kind of avatars lurking around. And not even close to that. Granted, I haven't joined much of Roblox games in the last few months, but still, if you ask somebody else that, my point might still stand. And looks like pro-Rthro was either sent or actually pulled off an interview with the person that Roblox talked about, asking why were those avatars used. He responded, says, they made them for their ad, which means Roblox is using hyper-realistic style avatars as nothing more than a potential propaganda act. It's just nuts. Like, this has been proven again that Rthro has been promoted openly through Roblox's advertising, and R6 is just left to bite the dust. Hopefully not foreshadowing there. And yeah, I'm not even surprised it was confirmed, because it's honestly true at this point. And his real avatar was that of a freaking animal, which is just even funnier to the whole thing. But what can I say about this other than the fact that Roblox has their own agenda and that you have to be aware of it? And now, folks, we got some updates out of the Philippines. And what was originally going to happen on April 3rd, where the Philippines are going to crack down and outright restrict Roblox, it now has been pushed back by a week to April 10th. And it turns out, by the way, it was because that Roblox staff members are flying to the Philippines basically a few days before what would have been the new deadline, because it was still on April 3rd at the time it was confirmed. So yeah, that's a week of, extra for Roblox to figure out what the heck they're gonna do here. From what was originally a week to now, like, 2 weeks remaining. And someone just said, this all began by a group of 6th grade students trying to do stuff to a school that leads to explosions. Like, that is just nuts, dude. It's bonkers. Like, the senator brought up, like, age verification, but Roblox is not completely innocent either, with the fact that they haven't effectively taken action when the users report it to them, really. Kind of nuts. And now we got Brazil with a small update, now saying that the app is not recommended for those under 16, as a few days earlier it was not recommended to basically any minor under 18. Any person under 18. And yeah. And someone just made a comparison that may or may not be universal regarding the fact that it looks very slightly different. And then someone said in Portuguese, meanwhile, Delirium, which I don't even know what the heck that game is at 14 plus on Google Play, which, again, I don't even know what that game is. It might have something probably compared to Roblox that might be worse or whatever. But who knows, once again. And the final thing we're going to talk about in this video, Roblox will now be adding fingers and toes. Somehow, I mean, is this GTA 6 before the actual GTA 6 now? Because, like, what is this going on, dude? And this apparently is optional, by the way. For Losey saying, another feature R6 won't have, another reason for Roblox to remove it in the long run. Like, before people have a crash out saying, oh, they're not going to remove R6. They're going to make it more likely so they can remove it. So people will use R6 less, and then they have a justification to remove it. That has been their plan the whole time. And if people are going to continue to say, oh, R6 is going to stay, yeah, for now, because Roblox said the same thing about Classic Faces and how they're going to stay. And then bam, gone. They removed it outright and replaced it with something completely different. And someone just said the evolution of R31 and R37, which is probably, this here. And immediately the first comment I see, or maybe the third, is, yeah, a joke about a certain number of joints that results in something I can't even say on video. So yeah, there we go. That's just nuts, man. Truly nuts. And this whole hyper-realistic thing kind of started with R15 in 2017, which might be a crazy statement, but here's where it ends up now. A whole decade of Roblox trying to be more hyper-realistic, with the backlash of basically almost everyone now. And that will be all I have for this video. If you guys like this video by chance, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on your notifications, comment what you guys think in the description, the comment section down below about anything, and I will see you guys in the next video.